like to talk to you about preparing your property for sale this spring. I'd like to go over three things: preparation, timing, and dates to avoid this year. If you'd like further updates on the Stonnington market, please subscribe below and hit the like button. But let's get into it. Preparation. Preparation is the lead time that we're going to need to make sure that you get the dates that you want in spring. The first thing that you need to look at are maintenance, painting issues, gardening, and curbside appeal. So maintenance is self-explanatory. You need to clean gutters, make sure that if there's anything that needs to be repaired prior to the property going on the market that's going to cause concern with buyers, that you get them sorted out. Gardens, cut them back, make the land look as big as possible. And probably one of the most important things is curbside appeal. Have a wander out the front of your own home and have a look at it and see what the buyers are going to see when they pull up. And if you take a critical eye over these things, you will see any issues that need to be addressed so that marketing will be as effective as possible. Then it ties in with styling. Get a professional stylist in. Even if you don't have much to do, get a stylist in to run an impartial third professional eye over the property to see if there's anything that needs to be changed, moved around, or remodeled to make sure that the property is seen in its best possible light by the buying market. And with lead time with styling and also your maintenance, you're probably looking at a 4 to 5 week lead time to get all that work done, depending on what you need, how much work you need to do to get the property ready for marketing. And then once you appoint your agent, they're going to need another week to get marketing materials, photos, make applications to make sure that all the material's ready for your marketing campaign. So generally between 5 and 6 weeks. So if you're looking at Stonnington's spring market this year, you want to get your skates on now. The next point is timing. Now the timing this spring is really important, and I'd just like to go over the times this year in spring that will be our busiest and the ones to look to avoid when selling. The three main periods, the first being the spring run before Grand Final Day. Now everyone loves football, however, no one likes buying or looking at property on Grand Final Day. So getting your property on the market in late August or early September to get in before Grand Final Day is that first busy period this year. And then there's a bit of a break. That kicks into the second period, which is October. Probably one of the two busiest weeks of the year, or months of the year I should say. And that will culminate at the end of October with our first Super Saturday. So there'll be a lot more on the market, there'll be a lot of buyer, there'll be a lot of media activity at that time for Super Saturday. And then our third period in spring, which is getting in before the Melbourne Cup. So late November, the last weekend in November, once again, one of those two busy weeks of the year, the Super Saturday, getting your property in just before the Melbourne Cup. So in regards to dates to avoid, and there's not too many, but Grand Final Day is an obvious one, and Derby Day. There is still some property selling on Derby Day. It's certainly not as important as it used to be, but Derby Day, if you can avoid it, would be a great one to miss. And finally, what I was referring to before in regards to timing is December campaigns. If you can avoid a December campaign and get into that September, October, November market and staying away from early summer, you're going to avoid that real glut, that bottleneck that happens at the end of the year, where there's a hell of a lot on the market and clearance rates really start to come down. So if you'd like some further tips on selling your home this spring in Stonnington, give me a call, Mark Williams from BELLE Property, 0417 189 377, and I'll see you on the next video.